All right, it is 6 o'clock. I cannot call the meeting to order officially until we have a quorum, so I think that we'll wait.
Actually, I gotta give you the go.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. All right, I think they're coming. I have their commitment. Maybe they're just a couple minutes behind, digging through email or something to find the link. So I'm Hi, everybody. Welcome to this meeting of the North Andover Cultural Council. I'm Stephanie Aud, the new chair this fiscal year of the council. So in the matter of efficiency, I'm going to go ahead and call to order this meeting of the North Andover Cultural Council. We're waiting for one or two more people to attend, so we'll just get a few introductions and a little bit of discussion out of the way. I know this is the first time I'm meeting you, Avi, face to face. We've talked on the phone and texted a couple times, and this is my first time to meet Melander. So we usually, at our regular meeting in the fall, take just a few minutes to say hello. Melander is still at work and is in a space where she has to mask. So if you feel comfortable, it'd be great if you guys could just tell us a tiny little bit. Pam is also new to the committee, and Brooke, so you don't, I mean, we're all relatively new to each other, which is really exciting. The committee is, getting some new blood in. So, Abby and Melander, just take a quick second and introduce yourself, and just like maybe 1 minute. Yeah.
Sure. So my name is Melander Taylor. I go by Mel. We've been in North Andover since 2018. I have a son who is going to be graduating this year. He was stuck in that whole COVID round of high school, so he's finishing a year later. I am an HR and payroll coordinator for a skilled nursing facility in Danvers, but in less than a week, I'm actually taking over in a building in Amesbury.
And as I said to Melander before we got online, this world wouldn't be in the shape that we're in right now without nurses and their sweat equity. So amen. Thank you. Really, we should all super quickly, just in the name of efficiency, say hello. But Abby, since you didn't get to join us in the fall, why don't you introduce yourself? Oh, you're muted. Go ahead.
So yeah, my name is Avi Bhattacharya. I am father of two. My wife and I, we live in North Andover. We've been here now since 2017. I have my own digital marketing consultancy business, and that's pretty much it. And I joined this council to basically help the city, help this town to promote the dynamics of this town and get more people to come visit us, basically, because there's so much diversity, and that's something that we should be promoting. And that's it. That's why I joined this.
Great. Well, welcome. All right. So I think because we all are new, we are going to get to the main meat of this meeting really quickly. But why don't Pam just say hello super quick? Then we'll do Brooke and Patrick and Brian, and let's just say hello and tell us, because I want us to get to know each other.
Hi, everyone. I'm Pam Lathrop. Obviously, I live here in North Andover. I live with my husband and my dog. We have two grown children. I work in Andover. I'm an elementary school principal. And I will mostly be on mute because my dog is barking a lot tonight.
Great. Go ahead, Brooke.
I'm Brooke Page. I've lived in North Andover since 2016. I can relate to the dog comment, Pam. We have a 110-pound black German Shepherd. So if you see us around town, please say hi. He actually is quite friendly.
Great. Hi, Patrick. Thanks for joining.
Hi, my pleasure. I'm Patrick Congrega. I've been in North Andover now 5 or so months. Recent return after about 10 years to Massachusetts. My day job is I'm in Newton, and I work as a children's and youth minister in an Episcopal church.
Excellent. Okay. Hi, Brian.
Hi, everybody. Brian Middleton Cox. I've been in North Andover for close to 23-ish years. And we have 2 kids, 22 and 10. And I am an HR director for 3 small elementary school districts, Boxford, Middleton, and Topsfield.
Great. I'm just getting a message that somebody needs to be let into the meeting. Anna came, actually. She's from, let me see. Nobody else had to be let in. So let me see what I need.
They have to use, because that mine was default on my work email and not my personal. So they have to switch accounts to whatever email you sent the invitation to.
Ah,
Because I was waiting and it said somebody needs to let me in. And then I was like,
okay.
you know what, let me try to switch this to my personal email. And then I just got in.
All right, great. Let me just text this to Jonathan and Anna. Okay. And then I will tell you why we're here. Anna. Although we're all going to be angry because Anna's like on a beach in Mexico.
And
Benefiting from the extension of Governor Baker's COVID public meeting laws. Okay, so I will officially, so we already called the meeting to order. Anna, okay. So this is the period where we're going to have public comment. Before I open it up for your comments, I'll just explain that during the last fiscal year, we had a $2,000 donation, which is unusual. We don't typically have individual donors putting money into our North Andover Cultural Council coffers. It's typically only the money that is given from the state, as far as I know. But we had a $2,000 donation. And I knew that, but I didn't know that we absolutely had to spend it by this year, or we couldn't close out our books. It was the case that during COVID you could carry over money, and actually, my apologies. I'm learning this role. I thought that we were just the main thing that the state wanted us to vote on was their funding. So mea culpa. And we certainly would welcome more donations to the North Andover Cultural Council. So this is a positive problem, and I appreciate everybody being flexible and carving out the time to make this meeting. So
by the way, I'm in, by the way,
hi, Anna.
from Puerto Vallarta, Mexico.
Welcome. We're glad that you're not showing us your face, because we might have to throw some tomatoes at the screen, because
I know, because I am currently drinking a mango margarita also on the beach. Can I just say, since I'm in attendance, can I just say I approve whatever you all decide and you count my vote and then I log off? Is that possible?
Sure. Yes. Yeah. And we have a quorum anyway. We definitely have a quorum. Yes.
Okay. But if you want to mark me present and then say and I'm telling you proactively, whatever you guys decide, yay, I'm all for it. Whoever you want to give the extra money to, yay.
Yay.
Is that good?
Yes.
Yep.
Have a great
trip.
Puerto Vallarta is where the Love Boat used to stop. That's all I know about Puerto
I
Vallarta.
know about it too. Right.
It's the Pacific side, and and we were really hot, and I was like, oh my God, I got to get on this call. Quick, order some mango margaritas. So we could stop. Anyway, all right. So I whatever you guys are deciding, I'm part of the quorum. I approve, etc.
Great.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Okay. All right. Bye.
So what I'll do is I want everyone to feel free to share their ideas, but I did go through and just divvy up the $2,000. It was we are specifically not allowed to go back to grant applicants whose applications we denied in the first part of our, in our fall meeting, and add them to the, let me just check Jonathan's texting, hang on. I think. Okay. Well, we have one person trying to get in who cannot get in. So we cannot go back and fund people whose applications we denied in our first vote in November. So I divvied up the money. I'm open to anybody reallocating things, but for the sake of efficiency, we do have to be off of this call by 6:45 so that the Conservation Commission can meet. So let me share this spreadsheet, and anybody could make any comments that they like. Let me see. How does one do it? Can you see that?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Hang on. How about that?
Yes.
Okay. So I basically just took the spreadsheet that Brian gave us with reflected the money we that people asked, that grant applicants asked for, and the money we voted to give them in November. I divvied up the $2,000 and gave additional funds. You know, there were a few of our grant applicants in November that we fully funded their grants, so therefore I did not grant them any additional monies. And I just, there were a couple of reasons why I gave things the way I did, but if anybody has any questions, they can ask, or I could go through and say what they are.
Yep. Why don't you go through? I would say just kind of walk us through.
Sure. So the grant, so right here, row number 5 here. I don't know if you can see the full extent of my screen. This is a grant application from the Andover Choral Society for a spring program called From Europe to America. They requested $1,000 from us. We voted to give them $600, and I propose that we add $400 to their grant amount. Moving down, the next grant application that I propose adding money to is the Music of Latin America featuring Rodrigo Fanguaga. And this is a grant asked for by the North Andover Music Association. This is a program that already happened in the fall. Rodrigo Fanguaga is a Venezuelan choral orchestral conductor, and he did workshops with the high school band and performance. And actually, Brooke, I think you attended it, so maybe you can. So they asked for $2,900. We voted to give them $1,500. I propose we move it to $2,000. The North Andover Merchants Fall Festival. Probably Patrick, you may be the only one who doesn't know what this is. This is a outdoor festival in late September, sponsored by the North Andover Merchants Association. There's crafts, there's food, there's pony rides, there's all kinds of things. It's a great opportunity to get out and see small businesses, and there's like fun activities. They asked for $3,000. We gave them $1,000, and I propose in November, and I propose that we change it to $1,200. The next grant application is another grant application from the North Andover Music Association. This is microphones for the North Andover Middle School. They asked for $1,500. We voted to give them $1,200, and I added $100 to that. That's North Andover Jazz Night is a North Andover Music Association program, but we fully funded that request. North Andover Reads is a project by the North Andover by Stevens Memorial Library. We fully funded that request. The Weather and Climate Workshops is a North Andover Middle School, North Andover Public Schools sort of field trip educational program. We fully funded that request. Here, this line item, North Andover Celebrates Black History Month banners and programs. This is a grant application from the North Parish of North Andover and the North Andover Historical Society. They asked for $5,000. We granted them $1,500, and I propose we give them $2,100, a difference of $600. Let me move down. This one, the North Andover Makers Market. This is a new opportunity. This is a new event in North Andover. It was held at the North Andover Historical Society in December. I actually attended it. It was a really fantastic opportunity for small crafters to exhibit and sell their wares. There were musical performances, and the funds that they requested went to rent the space for the Historical Society and to pay for some of the costs in running that event. So I left that as a level funding. And then the last one is, this is a gardening class during April vacation week. It continues in June. It is run at the Giving Garden at Rolling Ridge. They asked for $1,000, and we granted them $800 in November, and I and I proposed that we bump it up to 1,000, giving them $200 extra. So that is $2,000. There's one other thing I do want to say is actually just so I'm fully transparent, our coffers actually had $2,400 extra, and that $400 is just loose change that we have from past years. And we are proposing to the state, and they told us that this is fine, that we are going to have a spring reception for people that are interested in finding out about the Cultural Council. And Anna and I have agreed to do the sweat equity between us, and we will certainly invite everybody, and people can participate as they want. So there's actually an additional $400 in our account beyond this $2,000, but right now we're just looking at spending this $2,000 that's from a donation. So I'll go back to my regular screen. And let me stop presenting. Okay, I just want to watch the time. Okay, 6:15, we're in good shape. I am very open to hearing any discussion, and if people want to vote, someone can make a motion to vote, and we can either discuss or we can vote.
Yeah,
I think we're good. I think we should go ahead with the voting. Yeah,
I didn't see who said that.
that was me, Abby.
It's Abby. Okay, so you have to make a motion. Since this is an official public meeting, you have to say, I motion that we vote on the proposed
I
funding.
motion that we vote on the proposed budget that Stephanie produced.
I second.
Second.
Okay, all in favor of this proposed additional disbursement of funds to our 2023, FY 2023 grant applicants, say aye.
Aye.
Raise your
Aye.
hand, or maybe I have to
Aye.
see. Okay. All right, is anyone opposed? Great, okay. That's the
Mm.
business.
Stephanie, could I
yeah.
ask a question? Which
Oh,
actually
absolutely,
would be
yeah, go ahead.
great, perhaps for public record. How does one make a donation to our cultural council?
So that was an unusual circumstance. We had a member of the Cultural Council who is no longer on the council who, and it is certainly in the purview of the Cultural Council to have a fundraising event. So she felt passionate about running an event in North Andover, and ran a casino night. It happened to be at a time when it was a year ago, like a couple of weeks before Christmas. So I did go and help her at the ticket booth. This is a person who's really connected in the community, and she raised $2,000 and she gave it. So everyone on the council agreed that if she wanted to host it and do the sweat equity, she could do it. So it was a Cultural Council event, but it was really one person's passionate project. And she raised the money and she gave it. I don't believe that happens very often. I don't know, Brian, can you speak to that?
No, it doesn't happen often. That was the first time that we had like a fundraising event in my tenure on this in the last several years. But if somebody wanted to make a donation, they would write out a check to the town of North Andover. And in the memo line, they would put Cultural Council. And then the check could go to either me as the treasurer here of this board, or they could mail it to Town Hall, attention Cultural Council, and we have our own mailbox at Town Hall. And then that money would go into this account. So if anybody's watching and they want to make a donation, that's how they would do it.
So I think I told you guys all many times that I'm new doing this. So when I realized that we had this extra money, I, immediately called Anna and said, whoa, I didn't realize this money was here. It wasn't in the back end of the state system. What should we do? And she said, well, call the state liaison and see what he says, because it wasn't letting me finish. There's a back end to the application system whereby tonight I'll go on board and push a button that notifies everyone and will be done for our fiscal year. But during that talk, Anna agreed. I think Brooke is the one, who brought up that maybe we should be putting out a calendar of events, which is a great idea, and that we should do more. And if I'm sure other people said this too, so do more to let the community know. And I think that Anna and Brian, at least, and maybe Brooke too, that in the past you guys did hold a reception for a grant.
Recipients.
Yeah.
recipients.
Yes, correct.
And we thought that what we would do would be to try to do something before the May craziness, so maybe in late April, but after April vacation week, to say just a quick like reception at the library to let people know what we're doing and what it's all about. So yeah, anyway, that is underway, and I will send out an email, and we welcome anybody to help in any way that they want to. So Anna agreed that when she comes back from Mexico, she and I will get on the bandwagon and start planning a late April reception at Stevens Library. Hopefully at Stevens Library. We haven't asked for permission, so we're hoping to find a space there. So thank you very much. I guess we need someone who motions to adjourn. I don't know. Is that how it goes? I think.
We haven't always been so formal, but yeah. So I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Right. Fantastic. It's really nice to meet you all. And I hope that I hope we pass each other, and I hope we'll see each other, and I hope that you know, when Anna and I put the word out about this reception, that we can get together and maybe do something fun together. Happy New Year, everyone.
You too.
Thank you.
Thank you
For the
so
great
much.
work.
Thank you. Good night.
Bye.
night.
Bye. This concludes the meeting.